Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Broman Flash, and today I want to talk about a topic that, a lot of New Yorkers know is like, especially those in New York City. And, we have a system that works, but sometimes it can be major bullshit if you think about it. Yes, you know what that is? I'm going to talk about MTA. See, look, MTA, as much as, the services have been going good, especially for me, but in the past, MTA has been well known for, jamming and poor services, and now they're starting to raise the price again, and I'm just looking like, wait a minute, man, you already increased the price this year, and it wasn't as bad as, like, see, if it was still $2, then no problem. I mean, he could spare, like, $2 and then just use a 10 and then, have 5 trips. But now they're thinking about increasing it to either $3 or $3.15 from what I've heard. And I looked at that, I'm just like, yo, MTA, why? Why are you going to try to increase the price if people are already struggling enough to find jobs? And, even though, MTA makes a lot of money, especially when it comes right down to, transportation and convenience, the bus system, for me, I have no problem with it. The train system, that's where the real trouble lies in. The reason why I say the train system really, as much, I'm not going to beat around the bush because, there are times that MTA, did their job damn good, but there are other times that MTA utterly and fucked up. Honestly, because, MTA, the only thing it does is just, yeah, let's increase the prices, but let's lower the quality. Yeah, I remember I had to go to class, and funny enough, the somebody put like an emergency brake or something like that, and then the train stopped for at least like a half an hour, and it was just like, wait, what the hell is going on? Aren't they supposed to solve that rather quickly though? As much as they're, because they're trying to fix up a few train stations, especially including the train station I'm at right now. But the thing is this, it really does not help when it comes right down to the fact that if you're trying to fix up some things, at least do it when it's convenient, but not inconvenient for other people. But then again, inconvenience can happen at any time. But enough about MTA. Like, when I look at MTA, it's basically, like I call it, it's just a train system, and every system is gonna have its faults, it's gonna have its doubts, and I'm not even gonna knock that. But if it happens, nearly on a daily occurrence, then there are bound to be some problems. Even if you get up at the ass crack of dawn, and you had to wait for like 3 or 4 hours just for some train service to happen. No, not start up, but yeah, say if you're delayed, and then that happens, and you got up extremely early so you could get to your location on time. But after that doesn't work out, things become even more frustrating. So then now everybody has to deal with things in their own way. But MTA, like I said before, if you're gonna increase the quality, it seems as if like those who work within MTA, especially in the train system, they, especially like the bosses, the managers, they're earning enough money that they say, hey, we could give you all monthlies for free, and we'll handle all the charges. But no, they would rather say, you know what, man, let's just give lower quality for a higher price. That's bullshit. You can't do that. You can't do higher quality. You got to do higher quality for a higher price, or higher quality for a low price. That's when people start coming in. Well, except for the higher price thing, but it's understandable because you're offering like a higher service. But if you're gonna like have a higher service, if you're gonna have like a low quality ass service, and you're in a city, New York City, where everybody uses transit daily so they can get from to and fro from work, that's not good. And especially if the quality of the service is not good to the point that, some people have to actually get up off the train because there was a delay somewhere along the line, and they literally had to walk like 2 or 3 stations just to get to the destination they need to go, thus, wasting their time. And man, what was MTA's motto? Because there was because New York sanitation is New York strongest, and then fire department is the New York Fire Department is New York's bravest, and NYPD is the so-called New York's finest. I put all those in quotations. Oh yeah, MTA is called the New York safest, if I'm correct. And then looking at that and looking at how to weigh those four, or if there is like a fifth one, you can correct me on that one. And how to weigh some people are not as strong, some people are not brave, some people are not the finest, and some people are not the safest. I mean, hell, there could be plenty of things going on the damn train, and not many things on the train are safe. They can say like, oh, everything's regulated, everything's cool, and everything's all right, but that's not even the case sometimes, because there could be fights on the train. There could be fights. There could be like a wino right there. A wino is an old school term for a drunk. Having a good time and all that crap. There could be homeless people sleeping on the train, which is understandable because if they can't find no way to you know find like a homeless shelter, and they can't really find an opportunity to feel safe, then what happens next is the fact that they have to survive on the streets, and the streets are not very good. In fact, they're very mean. But at the same time, you know people people have got to survive. People got to travel, but it still doesn't change the fact that MTA, you're trying to increase the price but lower the quality. I'm not talking. See, the bus quality for me, it's not that bad, but it's the train quality that I'm concerned of. Sometimes it's not as safe. Some things can go off. Some people smell funky, and they could light up the whole room with their stink. All that other stuff. You don't want that, especially on the train where there are closed doors, little open window shafts, and if somebody smells like the latest filth, they just come and say, "What's that?" No, nobody wants. Man, your nose want to smell the flowers, not the funk. Hey, and nobody want to smell that. And then you want to increase the price and not have a regulation. And what's really gonna be messed up is the fact that if they increase the price and poor people can't pay up, if they increase to $5, oh man, you're gonna have a lot of fare beaters. You can arrest 10 people, but you cannot arrest 100 or even 1,000 people. That's the one thing I want to say. Because as soon as you increase the fare up to a certain amount, people are just gonna say fuck it and just jump over the stalls or skip or just go on the buses and just ride off. Because MTA thinks that, oh yeah, we can do our own thing. We can do this. We can increase the price but not change anything. But that's the bad side of MTA. The good side is the fact that they are doing something. And they're actually trying to fix up train stations, especially train stations that I pass by and I'm just like, man, that train station is falling apart. They fix it. And as soon as they do fix it, which is going to take a long time, but once they're done, the railings are going to be real good. The trains are going to move real smooth like butter, and it's going to be nice. But there's another good side to MTA. You get to meet different kinds of people. I'm not, MTA, train, bus service. You can meet different kinds of people. You get to talk. Hey, maybe meet a lady friend or a guy friend if all that other stuff. And then everything just happens. It could be a good day. It could be a bad day. It could be a spectacular day. Or it could be the worst day of your life. Sometimes the trains, if you're in the train, it protects you from the rain. Or if you're in the heat, it might put on the AC. Hey. but MTA has its good points and its bad points. It's just that the good is there, but the bad is just more prevalent. That it needs to be worked on. MTA it caters to it caters to the customers. It makes sure that the customers are courteous, kind, safe, and if anything goes out, secure. But the bad outweighs the good. And if MTA increases the price to, like I said, either the $5 or $4.50, you're gonna have like a lot of fare beaters. And that's the thing. You could take it with a grain of salt, or you could just say, whatever. This is just one person talking. I'm just like, hey, I'm a customer. And if I'm not pleased with the service, I have a right to say something. Just like if you're a worker and you know something's up, and you try to talk to your managers or your bosses, and you try to say something's not right. And if they don't want to listen, and then you just say, you know what, I'll work. But let me tell you this: when the fight comes to you, don't say I didn't warn you. And I'm not an MTA worker. I don't work on the buses. I don't work on the trains. But I do use the service. I do use the trains. I do use the buses. So I have a right to critique it. But like I said, the bad, like I've listed out before, especially with the funk, I just say like, yo, man. And sometimes it's not even MTA, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's also the people. You got some inconsiderate people that'll just be like, you know what, man? Fuck everybody. I'm going on the damn bus. Get the hell out of the way, old lady. This is my ride. And try to groove on in. No, you don't do that. And you got crazy ass kids, you got crazy ass adults, crazy ass elderly. Hey, the elders can get some of the action too, even if they don't want it. They can get ornery. They can just be like this. Oh, these young motherfuckers thinking that they are shit. I hate them. Yo, and it did not help. It does not help when you realize that MTA has to work has not only works on not catering, but it also needs to help work on the service production and make sure the services are on point and on cue. Because sometimes the announcer can be quiet, or the announcer can be loud. Then there's also times that the announcers can be cryptic to the point that people are just like, what the hell is this guy or girl, this guy or woman is saying? Seriously, what's the point? I'm not even going to listen to you. I'm getting the hell up out of here. And if there's a warning, they'll just be genuine, just say, hey, look, we got a sick passenger, gotta get off. They'll keep it real. So in terms of announcement, I give it at least like a 4 out of 5. Services, 1.5 out of 5. Well, in terms of keeping the customer comfortable, honestly, I give it like a 4.5 out of 5. And being on time, honestly, that's a matter of preference, so it's undecided. But when it comes right down to, rudeness or kindness, that also depends. Because it depends on the person and the driver and the service. So how do I rate MTA all throughout? This whole little thing right here. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. MTA is great. It's not great. It's good enough. It's not like Tony the Tiger is great. It's just good enough. But it needs to work on a few things. The service is, bullshit, but it still get you there. But at the same time, if they increase the price over a certain amount, you're gonna have a lot of fan beaters. And it doesn't help. But this is just my critique on it. And back then, just like I said back then, MTA's bullshit. And I said it in the beginning of this video, MTA's bullshit. But truth be told, MTA is not that bad, but it just needs to improve. And it's doing just that. But it's not doing it fast enough. But if you do it too quickly, you know what's going to happen? It's just going to burn out. Because not everything is at its best, but if it becomes better than the rest, then people can rest. And that, YouTube, is my take on MTA. Leave your comments saying, do you agree with what I said, or do you disagree with what I said? Like or dislike, share, subscribe if you want to. That's your choice. And this is Broman saying, I won. And I would like to say, later out, love you all. Peace.